What's up, Pete? Peter Pan. Thanks for stopping in. As I just told the rest of the group, I'm trying something new tonight while I Instagram stream. Rather than showing what I'm working on, I'm going to be talking to you guys, because normally when I aim my phone at the screen, one, it's not a great angle, but two, I can't interact with you guys at all. So if you're interested in seeing what I'm actually working on, you can go to the Facebook live feed or the Twitch live feed. If you're just here to hang out and talk and ask questions about Blood Fury or my art process, then you know, feel free to chill here on Instagram. Facebook live feed or Twitch live feed. If you're just here to hang out and talk. What are you guys up to tonight? How's your Tuesday going? For those of you who are just joining me, I'm just setting everything up. We'll get started working at 7, or at 8 rather. So just about 8 more minutes. Well, bam. All right. No comments? Are you guys commenting? I can't tell. Oh, I guess you're not. For those of you who are watching via a previously recorded episode, well, I may cut this all out, but if not, just waiting usually 10-15 minutes to let people trickle in. Nothing too exciting yet. Just have a bit of animation I've done on the screen. Rocking a few different platforms. Trying to see if we can live stream on YouTube at the same time. That'd be cool. Let's see what's going on now. They're not live streaming, that's for sure. Ah, we're streaming. Alright, guys, looks like we're on YouTube too. That's pretty cool. I can only look at so many chats at the same time, so since we advertise for Twitch and Facebook, those will be the two I'm focusing on. Anyone who's watching on Instagram or YouTube, I apologize, or Periscope. I won't be able to navigate all of those at the same time. I don't have anyone here helping me out today, so for now it's just gonna be those two. Looks like someone's hanging out on Twitch. I can't see who you are, but I hope you're enjoying the little animation we've got going right now. Do, 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 do. What up, Andy? Thanks for popping in. Alright, let's get started. It's about 8, right? No, I still got a couple minutes. Alright. We'll just chill. Mickey. Mr. D'Onofrio. Hey, guys. Thanks for popping in. Instagram feed's not going to be crazy interesting tonight. Just using it to chat with people. If you guys really want to see what I'm working on, I'll be streaming it on Twitch and Facebook as well as YouTube. And so on Facebook, it'll be facebook.com/BloodFurySeries. Twitch is twitch.tv/BloodFurySeries. And YouTube is a little harder to find at the moment. We haven't, it's a relatively new account, so we're not old enough yet to warrant our own URL. Hopefully that'll be coming next month. So yeah, I would just focus on Facebook or Twitch if you guys have accounts on either of those. DJ Davis, good to see you tonight. How's it going? How's everybody's Tuesday night? Good, I hope. Hope work didn't wear y'all too thin. I know last week I was wiped every single day from work, so it's been pretty good this week though, so I can't complain. What about you guys? Cool. Alright, so anyone? It's 8. I'm antsy to animate. Let's get going. Alright, so for those of you who don't know, if this is your first time joining us, welcome. I'm Mike Hulyk. I'm the creator of a animated series called Blood Fury. Blood Fury is in the process of making its first pilot. So we've got tons of content which you can see on our web series, bloodfuryseries.com, our website rather. We've got 4 or 5 different scripts written, and we're in talks with a few names about taking this to the next level and taking it to studios. But in order to do that, we have to make what's called a pitch pilot, which is just a very short episode, somewhere between 7 and 14 minutes, that you take to studios to show them as a proof of concept. And if they like your proof of concept, they buy your show. That's what I'll be working on tonight. It's what I work on twice a week, and I live stream. So if anybody's interested in how that process works or just seeing what we're up to and how far we've come, you can tune in any Tuesday at 8 p.m. like tonight, or Sundays at 2 p.m. Hey, Ted. The best thing you can do if you dig what we're doing is head over to our website and pledge a donation. Pledging is absolutely free. It's just basically like a promise that says, hey, I'm going to donate when your guys' Kickstarter gets launched, or crowdfunding campaign rather. We are most likely going with Indiegogo. And yeah, you can pledge $5. You can pledge up to I think $3,000. Whatever you're interested in donating down the line, like I said, it's absolutely free. It's just a promise. It just lets us know where we are in terms of fundraising, lets us report back to our fiscal sponsor, and keeps things moving in terms of getting things made. Everything is tax deductible because we are teamed up with MPI, the Moving Picture Institute. They are a nonprofit organization, which means any money you donate to us for our fundraiser you will get back in your taxes at the end of the year. A good way to think about it is if you don't want the government to have your money, you can give it to us instead. And it just kind of allows you to choose where your money goes. If you're interested in the arts, if you're interested like we are in telling fun, exciting stories that have a sort of callback to an older time, but with lots of new ideas, very interested in diversity, female representation, things like that in the show. Please, please, please do not hesitate to pledge. It takes 2 seconds. You just go over to bloodfuryseries.com, click support, you type in your email address and how much you plan to donate, and that's it. We'll let you know when we launch our Kickstarter or our Indiegogo, and that's the end for you. Cool, guys. So here's what I'm working on tonight. I'm actually working on one of the most important scenes in the series, which is the resurrection of our main character, Mel. You can see here I've got my reference layer, my storyboards that I did earlier. And I've already done some of the animation. So if you watch, this rat scurries by, bumps into the heap of bones that is our protagonist. Some green smoke or magic comes out. And while all this is going on, there's a coyote dancing in the background, having found another pile of skeletons for a meal. If you haven't been following along, this probably is all really confusing. But this is our main character, Mel, here. She'll be becoming resurrected, and eventually you'll see her in the flesh. Pardon the pun. And back here is a coyote we've named Idiot, who is essentially her sidekick throughout the show, and her spirit guide, if you will. It's one of the few characters she can talk to candidly about what's going on in her head after coming back from the dead. So I've done the simple parts of the animation so far. We're going to work on the tough part today, which is Idiot's little dance back here. And in order to do that, we're going to use a sketch layer so that we can get our proportions correct. And then we will work on our final lines. Hey, Steven, thanks for stopping by. Cool, so let's get started. If you guys are interested, I'm working in a program called CACANi. It is a program made in Singapore, and its claim to fame is that it can If you do your keyframes properly, it can generate all your in-between frames for you, which as an animator is probably the most time-consuming part of the job. I'm working on a Wacom Cintiq 13-inch HD display, which is basically a fancy tablet with a screen, and I use my little stylus to draw on. That's it, pretty much. Let me get some music playing so you guys aren't just watching me work in silence. If you have any questions, comments, please, please, please feel free to just ask. I love talking to you guys. It makes this whole thing a lot more fun. And if you think you know anyone who would be interested in this, please feel free to share or tag them. I can't stress enough how much it helps us when people spread the word. Simple things like liking this feed, commenting on it, sharing it with your friends. All of that helps us in the long run to spread the word around and to get this show finally made. Idiot. Okay, let's pull up some music. Listen to chill hop when I'm working. I hope that's okay with you guys. It's very different from the music that'll be in the show. It's going to be a very intense heavy metal sort of show, but I like to listen to something a bit more laid back when I'm working. And so I've compiled a playlist from Chill Hop Radio to listen to. All right. Let's get our sketch layer going here. We're going to do a new layer. Sketch layer. There we go. Okay, so, oops, make sure this is the right color. So Idiot's a coyote, but he's, like most of the characters in this film, he's not exactly what he seems. Or the show, rather. Most of the animals in the show have been mutated in some way or another. They are not the animals we know today. And so he's got this little sort of bunny tail, which we thought would be cute. He also has a pair of horns that he dons for really no reason other than I thought it would be cool. Back at a time when there was a lot more heaven and hell imagery in the show. I mean, one of the main villains is named King Lucifer, after all. The city of Osiris, the Deadlands. There was a lot of that sort of thing. So let's see. If he's jumping up, then his ears are going to be flopping down while he does that. And his tail would probably be doing the same thing initially before he starts wagging. This rear leg looks a little messy. Okay. So that's not awful for a sketch. Probably gonna have these little tufts of fur here. I have a bad habit of drawing this coyote's face far too fat and wide. Coyotes have very thin faces. I'm gonna go ahead and just redraw that. I'm going to brush up on my canine anatomy a little bit, I think. his tongue flop around a little bit. Alright. Here's his next motion. Alright. Nice thing about this shot is that he's so far in the back that I can really simplify a lot of what I'm doing. Which is, you know, anytime you're doing a show with the level of detail that we are, simplification becomes your saving grace. How anime gets away with having such detailed figures is really simplifying the motion. I'm gonna have his tongue flopping out of the side of his mouth here as he comes down. So he comes down here, he's going up here. We'll draw those in-betweens. This is this part here is really just traditional animation. There's nothing I'm doing here that relies on the program yet. His ears sort of flopping behind him. So what's going on here is he's spinning. Like when dogs get really excited and they just spin in circles, that's kind of what we're doing here tonight. That doesn't look right at all. Alright, let's see. Footnote. Maybe here. I think it's going to be like more forward. May not see it. This one's kind of in motion. Oh, this one is maybe helping him turn. Get that shoulder right. Looks like his back end got a little too skinny. Let's fix that. I'll just adjust my Instagram camera real quick. Alright, you know what? We're going to start this picture, this particular frame over. I have gotten far too messy. Always trying to rush and not use my basics, but it's really only costs me time when I do that. Okay, that's better. Might be hard to tell in sketches, but I'm much happier with that.
Episode 2. My name's Sir Sebastian, and I'm going to be your guide for these dope vibes and mellow beats that you're going to be hearing for the next hour or so. We got one hell of a show planned for you. Thank you, first of all, for joining us.
Alright, we're going to skip this track. It keeps coming out.
We've got Deeb coming into the studio to talk about his latest album, Slow Motion. An atmospheric, hip-hop, ambient, it's just so many things at once, it's hard to pinpoint it exactly, but it's awesome, and you're going to love it. And he's going to sit down with us, tell us a little bit about the album.
There we go. There we go. I think it just stays there, yeah. So we need to, let's get our onion skins on, which is fancy talk for being able to see frames. Actually turn off my reference layer so I can see what I'm doing a bit better. So he's up and he goes down. Want his ears to flop here. As he starts to come down, he's gonna hunch. Yeah, he's gonna hunch and start to kick. His tail will start to come up. Oh, his tongue should have probably flopped up here too. You can see it flip directions here. Hey Caitlin, thanks for stopping by. How you guys doing tonight? You enjoying your Tuesday? Here's the middle point between those two. You can see the ears flop to maybe here, here. Nose comes down to maybe here. The tongue needs to start doing some flopping. This butt needs to be between the two. So what I'm doing here, Because I'm going to the middle point between the two frames I already have done. And I'm figuring out where things would be midpoint through the motion. I find it's a lot easier to break things in half, at least for me, and I work on either side, just cutting things in half more and more until I have a fluid motion. Let's see, shoulders here. They still need to be coming down. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, where those? The elbow still needs to be bent backwards. Maybe like he's just about to land. Yeah. So we can do between these two. Cut out a lot of that. Okay, so I made a mistake here. What he needs to do is crouch his legs down and keep his foot planted. So we're gonna make that happen. It's good to understand, have a basic understanding. Hey Maggie, hey Steven, thanks for popping in, guys. It's good to have a basic understanding of the mechanics of movement when you're doing things like animation. So you can figure out where your pivot points are and where your character is going to fold or bend in order to move in a way that makes sense. So like here, he shouldn't be kicking quite yet. That's fine. I always wonder if these sketches make any sense to anyone. Like, I know I can decipher them decently well. What's up, Brandon? Good to see you, man. It's been too long. Okay, so this is actually going to go the opposite direction. There's always a delay in movement There's always a sort of domino effect. One thing moves and everything follows after. So that's kind of what I'm trying to get here. He's going to kick the way dogs do, the way they sort of scratch their feet around against the ground. That doesn't make any sense. That's what I mean. I definitely need to brush up on my canine anatomy. There's that. Here's his head. Look at that snout here. That tongue flying out about there. Actually kind of want him to have his feet planted for one more frame before he kicks up. There we go. When I take these onion skins off, you can kind of see what's going down here. He starts to dance. We've got his keyframes. All right, let's keep going. Put those back on. That's a bit of a jump there. So what we're going to do is we're going to copy and paste this whole section. And we're just going to make the changes where we need them. Get rid of that. Select this. Hope everyone's having a good Tuesday. See if I got not seeing any comments, but I'm not sure if that's me. I'm going to refresh this page real quick. Give me just a second, guys. Oh, Kevin, I didn't see you had stopped in too. Sorry, didn't get a chance to say hey. If there's anyone I haven't said hey to, I apologize, guys. Facebook lags a little bit sometimes when you're live streaming. You can't always see everything that's going on. So I'm going to bring his flank up here. I have his feet sort of dragging behind a little bit before they kick. Especially this back one. That doesn't make sense. How's a dog kick? I guess they'd start to come apart here rather. Keep his tail tight to his body as he's still swinging upward. There's a quick flip feature. See if I got it on. There we go. Do I want 8? No, I want from 1 to 8. Let's quick flip. Go flip. No? I wonder why. Oh well. Figure that out later. Still working out some of the bugs here. Oh, who do we have here? Is that you, Kevin? Hey man, thanks for stopping in. How's your Tuesday going, Kevin? So here he's gonna hold his place in the air just a little bit because he's kicking out. And just a few things are gonna move so that we don't lose a sense of motion. And those are gonna be the tail, the ears, the tongue, and the back legs kicking will move just a little bit. It's this nice straight kick. So as he's going down, his ears were flying back, but since his head's staying stationary, they're going to start to flop forward. His tongue is going to flop back and then start to flop forward again. Here's where the ears should start to change direction. And then they're going to flop back again. Actually, for this one, since he's going to be coming back down, I'm going to just copy and paste the frame from just before this one, and then just alter the ears, the tongue, and the tail. And here's where the tail flops up. Those ears begin to flop back. The tongue I'm not super happy with yet, so let's see what it would do. Tongue goes up. We start to change direction here. Like I said, it's the tip of the tongue that's falling, and everything else is kind of moving a little after it, following it, if you will. then his little legs are going to start to tuck back in as he starts to come back down. These to flop back a little farther. One of the things I always say about animation is that if you're going to do it, you'd better love it, because it's such a tedious process. Oh, hey, Kevin. Oh, hey, Nick and Shane. Hey, guys. No idea how the comment sections work on live streams, but it's looking good. Not sure if this comment will even show up. Kevin, it did in fact show up. There is a little bit of a delay between what I'm asking and what it shows up on your side. Uh-oh. I'll try not to like things. It apparently confuses the server. Oops. Hopefully that didn't mess up the feed for you guys. What time are we looking at here? 8:40. Whoosh. Time flies when you're animating, because it literally takes forever. For those of you who aren't in the film industry, a little idea of just how labor-intensive animation is. There are 24 frames in a second. That means each frame is 1/24 of a second long. When you're animating, that means for every second of animation, you're drawing 24 pictures. And that's not just 24 pictures total. That's 24 pictures per character on the screen. So every second you see, I've drawn this skeleton 24 times, I've drawn this rat 24 times, I've drawn this coyote 24 times. And while it's true that there's a lot of corner cutting, getting back to what I was saying before, this is really why you have to love the medium if you're going to get into it. Because if you don't, you're bound to end up hating your decisions. You're going to end up hating yourself for wanting to be an animator anyway. So you might as well hate yourself a little less and make sure you're actually passionate about it. Okay, so what are the ears doing here? I should be flopping back. I'm not taking nearly enough risk with these flops. There we go. I love having characters where there's something about them that you can use to always denote motion. With Mel and with Ash, it's their hair. With Coyote, it's his tongue. It's just a really nice thing to do. To make sure that there's always something interesting going on in the frame. Okay, so here he needs to come down and simultaneously start to turn. His head here is gonna end up pretty much facing us, while his tongue whips. Kind of like that. We're definitely going to need to add some in-between frames here. That's good. I'm able to see his horns here for a second. Let's see, where's his left foot is going to come up. The other one's coming up as well. I think this one needs to stay planted. I just have to figure out the exact placement. This one's going to come up. There's his little body. There's his feet. So what's going on here? It's coming down and landing. So I make a lot of sound effects when I animate. Let's turn off those onion skins and see how this looks. So I probably need to make that kick higher before the final. It's a bit low. Oh, and the way he's standing changes. I should have. I'm gonna need to put some sort of marker so I know where his feet meet the ground. Oh shoot, I can't hold that separately. Alright, let's copy and paste it on all of them. What? That's not what I wanted. Lock that layer. This is where it starts to mess up. Okay. That's not a difficult fix though. Just an annoying one. So this should probably still be connected. Whatcha? Let me erase. No? Why can't I draw? Oh, duh, because I locked it. Yeah, I definitely want this kick to go higher. Also, like, I want these legs to kick out more. A little better, huh? Yeah, he definitely doesn't come down. He's gonna need a few extra frames here. I like that. Alright guys, it's been about an hour. Let's take a look at what we've got done. Let's get on to sketch mode. We'll go to Mel's bones. Cool. So we started out today. We had the skeleton with a little bit of magic and the rat done. And we got pretty far in just an hour in terms of outlining what the coyote's going to be doing. I'm pretty happy actually with the motion of the coyote. There's a little work I need to do on the tongue and on making sure that the size all stays relative, but the motion itself I'm pretty happy with. Looks like the tail jerks a little bit too, so we'll have to fix that. I'll be working on that all this week. As always, guys, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this live stream, even if you just popped in for a few seconds to say hey, to interact with us. I really appreciate that. If you could, please feel free to share us around. Give us a like, comment, whatever you can to engage. It actually helps us quite a bit with our metrics and with getting this thing made. The more interaction we have from people, whether we know them or not, anyone who's interested in the project, the better it looks to studios when we're shopping it around, and the better it looks to our investors. It looks like the more engagement we have, the more of a solid viewer base that they know we have built in when they purchase our show. If you would like to see this show get made and even get picked up as a full series, please, please, please head over to bloodfuryseries.com, go to the support page, and pledge a donation. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, it's absolutely free to pledge. It takes a few seconds. You just put in your email address and how much you plan to pledge in a few months when we launch our Indiegogo. And we'll just remind you when the Indiegogo launches that you said you'd donate, and that's about it. All of our donations are tax deductible. That means at the end of the year, any money that you would be paying in taxes, you'll actually get reimbursed for what you've donated to us. So that, I think, is a great incentive. A little extra money on your taxes at the end of the year. A little less going to Uncle Sam, a little more going wherever you'd like it to. And we hope that's with us. You can always follow us as well on Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, and Instagram. Our handle is @BloodFurySeries on all of those. And we also have a YouTube channel where I will be posting videos of these live streams. So thanks again, guys. Take care. I hope you're having a good Tuesday. I hope the rest of the week treats you well. Have a good one.